So as you all know, Marc Maron has been calling out Joe Rogan on a regular basis. He's been doing a bunch of podcasts. He went to on some podcasts that are in the Rogan sphere, you can say, and he went on some that are not in the Rogan sphere, but his message has been consistent. He's wrapping up his podcast, and he has a new comedy special that came out, but he's really like, he's really letting it hang out, and he's really telling people like, hey, these guys are fucked up, and let me explain to you how they're fucked up. And he's right. He's right. These are all fucking Trump ball coddlers who play coy about it when they're under pressure and pretend like they're not, but they are. That's exactly what they are. And so now, it's interesting because between Marc Maron consistently calling out Rogan and the Rogan sphere, and that huge video that dropped from the Elephant Graveyard channel, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but go watch the most recent video on the YouTube channel Elephant Graveyard. It's something like how comedy turned into an anti-reality doomsday cult. It's something like that. Go watch it. It's like 2 hours long, but it's well worth it. And it's just ruthlessly dismantles the entire Rogan sphere and how it's a cult and how they're all pathetic followers. None of them are original thinkers. And so between those two things, you can tell Rogan is feeling the heat. You can tell he realizes, like, I don't think I'm the popular kid anymore. I don't think my group is the popular group anymore. I think we're sort of being mocked now, and we're being laughed at, and we're being taken down a couple pegs. And so with that being said, here's a video. Joe Rogan responds to Marc Maron's call out, and you'll see, man, he is feeling the heat. Watch this.
That's funny. They think like we move as a group.
Yeah.
They're all Republicans now.
It's the things I hear people apply to this comedy scene. I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys?
Look at this pathetic little yes man. Look at this pathetic little yes man. There to butter up Rogan. Oh, come on, man. That's embarrassing.
It's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I read another article the other day about us being an anti-woke comedy scene. Like, look, why not just do great stuff? Go do great stuff. Don't worry about what we're doing. And we're not anti-woke.
You're not anti-woke? You spent fucking 6 straight years shitting on woke people and saying wokeness is like the core of all the problems in this country. And now you're not anti-woke? So what are you, Rogan? Are you going to make the argument you're woke? Is that what you're going to do? You going to go dye the few remaining hairs you have left purple and put a septum ring in? Is that what you're going to do? What do you do? This is how you know he's feeling the heat. Now he's like, anti-woke? I'm not anti-woke. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Joe, you have got to be kidding me. That's a stretch even for you. Really? You're not anti-woke? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We're not anti-woke. There's no anti-woke. There's like a ton of left-wing comics at the mothership. It's like, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're not dwelling on that. We're making fun of things.
All right, so it looks like Joe Rogan is acting like Joe Rogan again, because he seems to be in denial about the fact that he and his army of so-called healthy fellas are, in reality, just anti-woke comics. That's their entire identity now. So for Rogan to sit there and pretend like he isn't anti-woke might be the funniest thing he's ever said. It's almost like he forgot that there are literally thousands of hours of him ranting about this exact thing online. Like his whole migration to Austin was built around the idea that
Governor Hot Wheels.
There was this massive crowd of people desperate for comics to stand up to the woke mob, which of course he knew he could turn into a gold mine. And luckily for us, he documented that entire thought process on his podcast. Like all the way back in early 2020, right before the big Austin move, Rogan was already trying to frame this narrative to his audience, that there's this untapped market of people out there who just want to see edgy comedians push back against the dark woke mob. That is what became his business model, and he figured out that if he could round up enough like-minded comics and set up shop in Texas, that he could corner that anti-woke market and profit off of it for years. Like, just listen to the way he talked about it with Mark Norman all the way back in January of 2020.
It's like the word retarded. Right?
Yes.
If you use that, you could use that word and everyone laughs, or you can use that word and you're a monster.
That's why I don't get. Why would you want to be on that bad snitch, tattletale side of all this?
Because they want to be woke. And because there's a lot of fear in being against wokeness.
That's what it is.
People coming after you. If you don't want to be shit on, you have to comply 100%. And then if you don't,
scary.
they come after you. It is scary.
And it's a bummer. Who wants to live like that?
Well, nobody does. But here's the thing. When you don't comply, so many people are like, thank you.
Of course,
Thank you. There's so many. I think more people are happy. It's just the voices that are upset at you for not being woke are the louder ones.
Right.
And they're more into it because they're retarded.
And I think that clip is important because it shows the exact mindset Rogan had going into all this. Like, this was a calculated business move. He knew there was money in leaning into the right-wing grift, and he was aware that there was a huge demographic of people wanting to throw cash at anyone who promised to fight cancel culture and keep comedy dangerous. So when Rogan plays dumb now, acting like he isn't part of the whole anti-woke crusade, it's laughable.
Oh my God, look at this picture. Look at this picture. Oh my God. This should haunt Joe forever, this picture here.
The Austin scene was pretty much engineered out of this realization that the anti-woke angle was a business model. So now fast forward to today, and we can see that Rogan's little plan worked out perfectly. Him and Tony Hinchcliffe have basically mastered the art of pandering to the anti-woke side of America, and honestly, it was the easiest layup imaginable. All they have to do is spit out a handful of anti-woke buzzwords, and the crowd goes absolutely wild. No setup, punchline, or actual joke is needed. They just say whatever the buzzword of the week is, mix in a couple slurs about the LGBTQ community and people of color, and boom, standing ovation. The audience eats it up every single time. And now it's gotten so bad and hacked to the point where even some of their peers are exhausted by it. Like when Shane Gillis openly joked about this non-stop slur parade on the podcast he does with Matt McCusker.
Comedy movies are back.
True.
In a big way.
Pendulum swung.
Pendulum swung.
Pendulum's fully swung.
Maybe too far. Head down to the mothership, you go, ooh.
Yeah.
Pendulum's maybe swung a little too far. Not everyone has to say it.
True.
Every single set.
So even the comics who made their name tiptoeing the line of offensive comedy are rolling their eyes at how lazy and hack it's all gotten. But now, as soon as Maron officially called them out for it, suddenly this whole crew goes into denial mode. And now all of a sudden Maron's just jealous and mad he's not part of the Rogan sphere. Like in this next clip, Joe literally frames the Rogan sphere as a walled garden that outsiders are just bitter about being left out of.
That's also, you got to realize, like, someone framing it in a way that's
Yes.
going to get people to read it.
Yeah.
And then there's people that genuinely do think that way. And it's what a lot of that is, I think, is the walled garden issue. And the fact that there's like a walled garden, right? When there's a walled garden, there's a bunch of people that are doing really well together and they're hanging out together and they have fun. And you're not in that group. You start getting mad at that and you find reasons why that's bad because, you know, you want something like that in your life, which we all do. If I see like a whole group of friends like palling around and laughing, I always smile because I know what that's like. I like it. Mm-hmm. But if you never have that in your life and you see a group of people palling around and having a good time together and hugging each other, just laughing and just having a good old time, you feel like left out. Mm-hmm. You feel disrespected almost.
Yeah.
This is so lazy. And this is cope. This is total cope. This is such hack shit. All the criticism of me that has ever come from other comedians, none of the substance of that criticism matters. Don't even look at the substance of that criticism. Because it's not about that. They're just jealous. Well, how fucking convenient. How mighty fucking convenient. That Marc Maron, every specific argument he's made against specific things you stand for, that's all just because he's jealous. Also, like, even just the notion that everybody wants that, that's not true. There's plenty of us out here that are introverts. I don't need any fucking friends. Like, I have my friends from fucking childhood, and I'm good with them. Like, I don't need to expand the circle. I'm not looking to get in with these comedians or these political commentators or whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to do my job, dog. I'm here to do my... And that means calling out people who are spewing some bullshit, and you're spewing some fucking bullshit. So this is from beginning to end, and he knows this is cope. This is how he sleeps at night, by convincing himself that the only way anybody could ever criticize me and my right-wing comedian friends is because they're jealous. It can't be because, no, people are actually... You now are, Joe. You're part of the mainstream now. That's what you need to understand. You're part of the establishment. You went to the fucking inauguration of Donald Trump. You don't get to play this game anymore where you're anti-elite with your hundreds of millions of dollars or anti-establishment or I'm an outsider. No, the fuck you're not. The real outsiders are Marc Maron. It is Elephant Graveyard. Those are the actual outsiders. And they're trying to save comedy.
Do you remember, like, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but I'm assuming you have. It's kind of like when you're coming up the ladder initially in show business and you see famous people on TV and whatever, and you got an opinion about everybody that's having too much fun, that's annoying.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's music sucks. And this
He's
and
a
that,
hack.
Yeah. And then 5 years later, you find yourself in a room with the guy at some party and you meet him and talk to him and you go, what? He's the nicest. What the fuck? Well, I think I like his music now. It just changes.
Know. It's so stupid.
It's kind of funny that guy just admits that he's like a mentally weak follower, right? Like your whole story just proved you're a mentally weak follower. That you don't look at things objectively. That you can be swayed by like interpersonal conversation, right? Like, pathetic.
All right, so according to Joe Rogan and his designated fart sniffer, Mr. DeRosa, any guy who dares to call them out with reasonable criticism is just some bitter hater standing outside.
This other guy's Anthony Jeselnik. Shout out to him too. He's been on the warpath for a while also.
Like, that's their go-to defense now. And if you notice, it's the same script that Tony Hinchcliffe rolled out last week when talking about Marc Maron and Anthony Jeselnik. It's always that critics are angry failures who just don't understand what it's like to win. But they never actually address what Marc was calling them out for in the first place. They just skate around it. because I feel like deep down they know that there's some truth there. Like if we go all the way back to one of Maron's callouts, his actual problem isn't that these guys are successful podcasters. It's that they've gone so far down the right-wing pipeline that they barely resemble the people that they used to be. And that is a valid point. We've all watched Rogan and his circle of comics drift from being edgy contrarians into fully blown political mouthpieces, doing the same talking points you would hear on Fox News during any given podcast. And Maron specifically pointed out how insane it was that Rogan and his buddies went as far as to publicly back Donald Trump during the election, solely because he advocated for free speech and bringing back comedy.
And he lied about the free speech thing. Totally lied about it. He's rounding up pro-Palestine protesters and locking them up with no due process whatsoever. He's suing every media outlet that says bad things about him or runs a poll he doesn't like. He's always been a fucking con man, and they fell for it.
Like they turn one vague talking point into their entire political identities. And now they're realizing that maybe tying their brand to a politician that they barely understood in the first place wasn't the smartest long-term move.
And then it just evolved into the idea of the anti-woke angle of, I'm voting the way I'm going to vote because, I can't, I don't have freedom of speech, which is it's a false premise. Yeah, there was cultural pushback and, it got a little weird with the canceling, but I really think it would have found its level and language would have evolved as it does. There's a lot of things we don't say anymore out of respect for people who we live among. Democracy.
Yeah.
So, but that's not the way it went. So the anti-woke thing, it was just about like, all right, you voted this way because of this one issue, but along with that, comes everything that we're living through. And was it worth it? And then calling back the R word was just a natural way to go.
Yeah.
And, Rogan and Hinchcliffe and, just a lot of these people just locked into this anti-woke thing. But now, the government, which is for all practical, good intents and purposes, is an authoritarian government. And we have a fairly dominant fascistic culture. Yeah. So they're using the same language, which is anti-woke, to dismantle all progressive institutions.
So yeah, Maron definitely hit a nerve. That's why instead of addressing what he actually said, Rogan, DeRosa, and Tony default to the same tired narrative. Critics are just jealous losers who want in. Because if they admitted that there's a shred of validity to the criticism, they'd also have to admit that their whole "we're just about freedom" shtick was built on shaky ground.
This feels like family to me. This is a beautiful thing. Everybody's so supportive. There's no backbiting. There's no shit talking. It's all fucking love. So when I hear people say negative shit about the Austin scene, I'm like, I found it to be a beautiful experience, like truly, like a truly heartwarming experience.
I'm glad that you were a loser in middle school and high school, and now you're making up for that by being a cliquish little bitch as an adult. And I found my friends. Don't make fun of my friends. It's not nice if you do that. Poop face, poop. Like, come on, man. We're adults here. You guys, the idea, it's not even just about like, oh, you don't like our style of comedy. No. What Marc Maron has a problem with is that you fucking assholes have been shitting on trans people for 8 years straight, shitting on immigrants for a long time, shitting on the downtrodden, and snuggling up to power, snuggling up to a billionaire fascist war criminal, and now that billionaire fascist war criminal has power and is fucking carrying out his sadistic fantasies with policy, and now you guys are fucking on the team. You're on board with that. So this is not like, oh, it's just our innocent little comedy clique. It's like, no, you are the establishment. You are the mainstream. You are a pawn of and a tool of the powerful. And so there's got to be some comeuppance for that. There's got to be like, hey, man, you need a reckoning for what you unleashed on this country. You guys helped. Didn't Rogan say at some point, like, I think I helped get Trump elected, or I got Trump elected, right? And okay, so now that this motherfucker's destroying the country 1,000 ways to Sunday, bombing Iran on a whim, bombing Somalia, sending 4,500 troops and 7 warships to Venezuela, rounding up innocent people and putting them in fucking concentration camps, saying he's gonna bomb Mexico. You got inflation going up, unemployment skyrocketing, a trade war on all of our top allies. You got massive corruption, the likes of which we've never seen, where the president has his own crypto coin, which is a scam. You got all this going on. You supported it. Yeah, you're gonna get some fucking pushback. And they can't even address the specifics of the pushback. It's just, oh, you're being mean to the Austin comedy scene. This is like a family. We love each other. We have Sunday dinners. Like, who gives a fuck? Oh, my God.
People that aren't in the scene. That's all it is. It's like people that they're looking at it from the outside. And it's not just us that are like this. Like, my thought on all this shit.
It's like if somebody criticized a political take of mine and I just come out here and be like, this person hates me because they ain't me, bro. They just wish they were me, bro. That's all that is. They just want to be like this. It's like, who can take that seriously, man? Like, you got to address the specifics of the shit.
my favorite people to hang out with are comedians. And we do it here too. And some people don't want to hang with comics. They're lone wolves, and that's fine too, man.
So for Rogan to refuse that he and his pals were against the woke mob might just be, again, the funniest thing he's ever done. I mean, just take a look at the way he spoke about the quote-unquote woke mind virus to another guy who's trying to creep his way into the Rogan sphere, Tyler Fisher.
Show you these outrageous people over and over again with fake eyelashes, reading stories to kids, just freaking everybody out with a bunch of different, I'm two-spirit and I'm this and that and I'm trans-masculine with like fucking, the whole thing is just nuts.
And then shutting down free speech. I mean, I've been banned shut down for 3 years. They froze I was going all my pandemic shit. Oh, they
on
shut,
TikTok. They banned you. What'd you do?
They don't have to tell you. They don't have, besides being white.
Boy.
I was texting while white.
And he thinks any pushback is because, people just want to be in the club and they're not in the club. You're saying shit like, I was banned from Instagram because the guy's white. He was banned because he's white. Like, what the fuck is wrong? This is like Nazi shit. Which, by the way, he had on Daryl Cooper, who's a fucking Nazi apologist and pretends like he's some genius. So he's right there with him.
Look at the word woke. Woke used to be a cool thing, and because of comedy,
it's foolish.
It's now it's a clown world word.
Yeah, it's a clown world word.
Woke has never made a stronger comeback. We thought that shit was in the grave, and now it came roaring back, bro. There was a time when I thought, being anti-woke makes sense. If by woke you mean people banning conservative speakers on college campuses because they disagree with them. I came out against that. I'm in favor of, if some right-wing asshole wants to give a speech on a college campus, who cares? So I was on the side of, I'm against that kind of wokeness. But now it's very clear when these right-wingers use woke, that's not what they meant. They weren't talking about the excesses of the left being authoritarian to try to bring about positive ends. No, they actually just meant trans people existing is woke. Immigrants having a path to citizenship is woke. Right? That's actually what they meant, is just being nice to minority communities is fucking woke, because we've hit the logical endpoint where now we have masked ICE Gestapo thugs rounding up innocent people and sending them to concentration camps. And this is what the woke hysteria has led to. It's led to this. And you also have right-wing idiots who'll say, you want universal health care? That's fucking woke, bro. This term has been bastardized, and now it's just right-wing idiots use it for anything that's on the left that they don't like. That thing is just woke. So that's what you guys did, and so now you brought back woke. Now I'd be happy to describe myself as fucking woke. Because if that means I'm against these assholes, oh my God, call me Wokey McWokington all fucking day.
You can't use on the other side. You can't say I'm woke, because I was like, bah, you fucking idiot.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. So it becomes a pejorative. It becomes something that someone points to. It says, you're infected with the woke mind virus.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, just wanted to point this hypocrisy out. But real quick here before I end the video, I just wanted to give credit to Mike David from Red Bar for finding these clips of Rogie during his latest episode. I'm sure you're familiar with Mike and you've probably already formed opinions about him, but let me just say that he's truly the godfather of this entire niche.
Yeah, and let me just say, shout out to this channel is American Redact, has 89,000 subscribers. Everybody go subscribe to this person's channel. I love all these channels that basically cover the Rogan sphere. And these aren't even really political people. These are a lot of these people are just apolitical people who are just sick of what comedy has become under Joe Rogan. And so you have all these different channels that do it. That Elephant Graveyard channel, you gotta go subscribe to. American Redact, you gotta go subscribe to. Got all these other ones Comedy Enforcement and whatever. You guys can post below in the comment section all of the YouTube channels that cover the Rogan sphere or comedy and are critical of the Rogan sphere and comedy, because all of them are fucking great. And again, they're not even all that political, but they're just putting out banger after banger after banger these days, just showing how, the Rogan sphere has become a joke. It's a fucking joke. It's a sick joke. And everybody's onto it. Everybody sees it. Even the ones who are not even too political, like the fucking Tom Segura's and the Bert Kreischers, they fucking phoned it in on their podcast. They have other comedians filling in for them for the time being, and the audience likes the fill-in comedians way better. I know Stavros is one of them. Shout out to Stavy. That guy's fucking awesome. But the audience is this is way better than Two Bears, One Cave, or whatever the fucking name is under Bert and Tom. So all of them are just so fucking played out and actively hurting the culture or actively selling out to make money, or it's just it's endless. It is fucking endless these days. So anyway, shout out to this channel. Really love the thing here. And shout out to Marc Maron for destroying Rogan's world casually. And shout out to Elephant Graveyard for really bringing it home that, hey man, your day in the sun is up and everybody's done with your bullshit. Now, we literally got Joe Rogan to the point where now he's like, I'm not even anti-woke, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Wow. That pendulum is swinging in the other direction, and it is swinging really fast. All right, y'all, that's the show. I love y'all very much. You guys know the drill. Everybody, please click like, click subscribe, click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. And, yeah, man, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.